Signalis was one hell of a journey, and I literally don't know where to start talking about it. From its art design to concept, it is heavily inspired from Silent Hill, the first Resident Evil, and Metal Gear Solid due to its gameplay, so that might be a good start. If I were to say that Signalis has all these three titles are blended with science fiction horror, with creative and unique puzzles with inventory management and survival aspects, that would sum it up, I think. Developed by two great developers of Rose Engine, Signalis is definitely a unique experience from start to finish, and if you are not sure whether you like it or not, you can also check it out from Game Pass. It has this spooky, retro feeling in its core, and with each new area, each new cutscene and new puzzle, you dig deeper into this cosmic horror while trying to find the person that you valued most, surrounded with darkness, cold corridors and threats that would catch you off guard. Well, to be honest, I don't want to disrespect both Signalis and the developers here, but Signalis' atmosphere, design choices and gameplay style gave me vibes of classic psychological horror titles and also a bit of Blade Runner, Neon Genesis Evangelion, 2001 A Space Odyssey of Stanley Kubrick during my 9 hours of gameplay time. Our main character, a technician replica known as Elster, finds herself in a deserted spaceship as we, the players, also try to understand what's going on. We quickly learn that we are on our way to find our lost partner, and then greeted with sometimes charming, sometimes disturbing and yet confusing images from both Elster, the world surrounding us, and about our partner. These are lost of unknown, fragmented pieces that appear before us, and there will be many more in our journey. I do recommend you to reach every document or poster that you can find to understand the world behind Signalis, what replicas are, or at least what is happening in that world. As we proceed deeper into this dark and cosmic horror world, a dystopian world set up with colonization of the whole solar system becomes more clear, the differences of duties among both replicas and humans become sharper, and all of this happen while you tinker around Elster's own radio devices to solve puzzles, unlock different safes around the map, and so on. Signalis has both of two worlds, cryptic and clever puzzles of Silent Hill, and also strict inventory management and item puzzles of Resident Evil. Elster can carry 6 items at the same time, and if you consider to carry a pistol and a shotgun with you, then you will have 4 spots left, and collecting bullets, healing and key items can make you backtrack over and over again, while you try to dodge or save ammo sometimes within mines, apartment corridors, or God knows where. Signalis has this unique art and level design that pulls you in and keeps itself fresh while doing it with each new area. My only and biggest critique about it was a map called Nowhere. There you literally lose your ability to access the map function, which is a vital feature for both Silent Hill and Resident Evil, so losing it makes everything a bit frustrating and painful. I was, to be honest, this close to drop this game because of Nowhere map, and believe me, I play lots of survival horror titles in my life, and there your patience is being tested. Although I found some similarities to Neon Genesis Evangelion, do not expect any evas or angels, but imagine as you're in the mind of Shinji and his securities, and those flashing images, those cutscenes are having the vibes of Evangelion. That's what I meant actually. Besides that, I can easily say that the first 4 to 5 hours of experience felt quite captivating and fun, until the Nowhere map, as I mentioned previously, happened. I tried my best to run away from unnecessary combat and threats, literally played it as if I was playing a Silent Hill game, but here you realize that your aiming won't help you a lot during your journey. It is a bit hard to control when you take out your gun, and besides that, the auto aim does sometimes lock onto the wrong enemy, making you either panic or lose precious bullets. My recommendation here will be to exit and re-enter the room once again to at least create some space between you and your enemies. I mean, at least that's what I did. Until I learned that 4 different endings of Signalis depends on your playstyle during your whole journey. Without any spoilers, I think you, as the player, must choose how you want to approach Signalis, since killing every enemy doesn't mean that you will get a bad ending. It's more about experiencing a mysterious horror world. Signalis is only $20 and this cosmic psychological mystery horror experience can also be found on Game Pass as I mentioned previously, but it definitely worth your time and money. Although it has some quite cryptic way of telling its story, Elster and other replicas' relationship and what's happening, it has this eerie and charming feeling to it, and not only that, but it's worth to mention that Signal is made only by 2 people. This alone made me want to support and talk about this game even more, and whether you are into horror games or not, it is definitely worth checking out. I really don't want to talk about each and every area or aspect, threats and bosses or even the weapons to spoil anything more, but it is one of the biggest indie game surprises of 2022, that's for sure. This could have been a walking simulator in some sense, and this mysterious, haunting atmosphere would still work with it. However, this Metal Gear Solid-like camera angle and way the level design is built were quite matching with Silent Hill and Resident Evil approach. And after a while, when you discover that the enemies begin to respawn after you kill them, you will feel that Signalis' world is turning into a hell for both you and Elster. It's a must play for any Silent Hill and Resident Evil or science fiction fan, and worth checking out for every curious replicas out there. Wake up.